Greetings, YouTube. When a child in school gets beaten up because they're a little smaller than the others, do you call them weak? When a black person is verbally harassed in a crowd by a white group because they're black, do you call them weak? When a transgender teen is beaten up because the cisgender people in their school don't like them because they refuse to walk the line the way that the cisgender crowd would like them to, do you call them weak? When the Japanese were interred by the US government in prison camps, essentially, did you call them weak? Or how about during the 20s and 30s when black people were lynched? Did you call them weak? Of course you didn't. No reasonable, sane person would. So, can someone explain to me when a person, myself or anyone else, of any sex, gender, or orientation, or gender identity, points out that there are citizens in our society in the West, and I'm particularly speaking about America, the United States, when they are in a situation of danger, when they have been placed in danger by another group, why is the group being placed in danger called weak? Why is it that people are allying themselves with the aggressors? Now, the astute among you will have figured out by now that I'm discussing gender politics in America. In particular, the reality that many women find themselves in on a daily basis. Having to be very careful when they walk to their cars at night. Having to walk down the street with one earbud in because they need to become situationally aware at all times of who's coming up behind them. A luxury that many men don't have to worry about. That they have to make sure they keep an eye on their drink at every club, every party, at all times. That someone isn't slipping a drug into their alcohol or their fruit juice or their soda or their tea. The fact that every time they're alone with a superior male at work, are they going to have to be concerned about harassment with no witnesses around? Now, when I say these things, or other people say these things, I often hear from the misogynists and male supremacists out there that belong to the MRA that I am portraying women as victims and as weak. I'm not portraying anything. I'm describing reality. The person making the comment however, they are asking, well, why are they so weak? They are allying themselves with the aggressor. Why are they not asking, why are the aggressors doing these things to their fellow citizens? Because the person being put in danger is not weak. If you are threatened by someone in the dark, you are not weak because you're being threatened. They are the aggressor, and the responsibility for what is going on at that moment falls upon their shoulders, not yours. But I am constantly asked that question by misogynists, unfortunately, some of who are female, and male supremacists of the MRA. Why? Why did they do this? Why are they allying themselves with the aggressors in this situation? With the harassers, with the sexual assaulters, with the rapists, with the casual sexists? Why do they do that? Now, most of the people making these statements are male. So I think that maybe part of it is dissuasion, diversion. They don't want to think about the fact that there are members of their own gender that do these things. And they would like to portray to the world that, obviously, men aren't like this. But I have a newsflash for you. There are men who are like this. For real. Every day. From casual offhand sexist comments to rapists. And we never seem to put the responsibility at the feet of those who are doing these things or saying these things. People ask again and again, Why are you portraying women as weak or as victims? And I'm not portraying anything. I am not creating the situation. I am simply describing reality. Why can you not accept reality for what it is? Why can the sexists and the misogynists and the male supremacists not accept the reality that is what goes on every single day for the women in the world, even in the West, even in the US? And the part about this conversation I'm starting right here, right now, that may make me the most angry, that may be the most twisted and Orwellian and Kafkaesque aspect of this, is that because I, as a male, am discussing this, I, as a male, am starting this conversation, I, as the male, are pointing out these things and discussing the reality that my sisters deal with every day. Because I am a male, there are people that will listen just for that reason.